Right, so here's a very quick video, and I want you just to look at the sun, but I'll tell you first what you're looking at. You're looking at two videos, and those two videos are exactly the same. One of them has been flipped horizontally, and then it's been made 50% transparent, and then it's been overlaid onto the original video. So in effect, you're watching two videos. Now, there's something quite interesting here, is that when you're looking at the sun, what should it be doing? If there's two videos like that I've just explained, what should the sun be doing? Now, what you're going to do, what I did, you're just going to look at the sun and you're not going to realise what's actually taking place here. It took me a while to figure it out. I also saw somebody else do a similar thing. I thought, yeah, I'll have to try that out. So the key to this is two videos exactly the same. One of those videos flipped, made 50%, and then overlaid onto the other. I'm going to tell you what should happen. The sun should separate. One of them go to the right and one of them go to the left. But that's not happening, is it? To get the idea of this, imagine you've got people walking past you side on and you video them. And if you do that process with the overlay and the flipped horizontally, you will see is that the same person separates, one goes right and one goes left. If you do it with a car, same process, it will do exactly the same. In fact, it will do it with anything. Anything that's moving, if you duplicate it, overlay it, make it transparent, they will always separate. Now in this case, you can see the sun is not separating at all. Why is that? Well, quite simple. It's a fraud. What you've been presented as a 24-hour sun by the TFE guys is a complete fraud. So the likes of Whitsitt and Dave McKeegan and Skyman Dan, McToon, Will Duffy and Jeren, they've given you a fraud. And I've got friends who tell me, hang on a minute, they did. They went to Antarctica and they videoed a 24-hour sun. No, they didn't. They presented and edited, wasn't live stream, edit, and this is what they presented you with. But it's hard because my friends can't admit this, but there it is. I'm showing you it. So I'm calling out these guys, Dave McKeegan, Skyman Dan and the others. You know, you can lie to me, it doesn't bother me, but why are you lying to young people? That's what really bothers me, that you'll go on and do something like this and the youth you'll mislead. I think that is absolutely despicable. Okay, so there's a live example. If you look at the analemma, you're going to see same principle, two videos, both the same. One flipped horizontally and then overlaid, and this is with the analemma, and you'll see them separate. So watch the sun separate. That happens with anything that's moving with that same principle, except for the TFE, because that was a fraud. So hopefully you can see the two examples. One is measurable, repeatable, observable reality. The other is a complete fraud. Now you know. And these guys have no conscience and will happily just mislead everybody, but to mislead the young people, I don't know, just doesn't sit well with me, that.
Allegations: unsuitable investments in breach of fiduciary duty, damage amount requested $218,926.06. Settlement amount, $10,100. Allegations: negligence, professional negligence, violations of law, unsuitable recommendations, breach of contract, breach of fiduciary duty, breach of securities laws and regulations. Settlement amount, $225,000. Allegations: breach of written contract, breach of fiduciary duty, failure to supervise, negligence and gross negligence, misrepresentations and omissions, violation of FINRA rules, violation of federal securities laws, violation of California and Colorado Securities Acts, violation of the Investment Advisors Act of 1940, violation of Reg BI. Damages amount still pending. Allegations: violations of federal securities laws, violations of the Colorado Securities Act, breach of contract, common law fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, negligence and gross negligence. Damage amount requested, $135,000. Allegations: unsuitable investments, violation of federal securities laws, fraud in offer or sale of securities, fraud in connection with the purchase or sale of securities, violations of the Colorado Securities Act, violation of the California Securities Act, California unfair, unlawful, and fraudulent business practices, misrepresentations and omissions of material fact, breach of contract, common law fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, negligence and gross negligence. Damage amount requested, $360,000. Allegations: rescission, breach of written contract, breach of fiduciary duty of failing to act in claimant's best interest, negligence and gross negligence, misrepresentations and omissions, violation of FINRA rules, violation of federal securities laws, violation of the Colorado Securities Act, and violation of Regulation BL. Damage amount requested, $120,000. Allegations: violations of federal securities laws, fraud in offer or sale of securities, fraud in connection with the purchase of sale of securities, violations of California securities laws, unsuitable recommendations, misrepresentations, and omissions of material fact, California unfair, unlawful, and fraudulent business practices, violation of California's financial elder abuse law, violation of Washington's Securities Act, violation of Washington's Consumer Protection Act, violation of the Colorado Securities Act, violation of Colorado Consumer Protection Act, breach of contract, common law fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, negligence and gross negligence. December 2019, damage amount requested still pending. After hearing all of that, does Will Duffy sound like an honest man? He's facing accusations from a growing number of victims, has already agreed to pay damages, and may owe over $1 million in fines for multiple SEC violations, offenses that could even lead to jail time. Yet instead of focusing on avoiding prison, his sole concern is settling the flat Earth versus globe Earth argument. Does that make any sense? Wouldn't any other person in his position be doing everything possible to stay out of jail? Isn't it far more likely that he has an ulterior motive, perhaps using this debate as a bargaining chip for those in power who have a vested interest in keeping the ridiculous heliocentric hypothesis alive? None of this adds up unless there's a powerful motivation at play, whether it be financial ruin, the threat of extended prison time, or other forms of persuasion to push a false narrative. Stripping someone of their wealth and freedom is a compelling way to ensure compliance. The heliocentric hypothesis has been debunked time and time again, yet the only defense the globe model has relies on ancient myths, mathematical trickery, fantasy-level storytelling, and outright deception. If one argues that the movement of the sun dictates the shape of the Earth, they must also believe in an object that blatantly defies natural law. We're expected to accept that helium and hydrogen can exist in the vacuum of space, where instead of expanding violently, they magically collapse into a gravitational fireball, burning through 640 billion tons of fuel per day for billions of years without shrinking. This so-called gravity is supposedly strong enough to hold on to Pluto, yet somehow ignores our own moon, among countless other contradictions in this elaborate fantasy. Natural gas law shows that gas violently fills the available space when not contained except in the heliocentric hypothesis. The question you then must ask yourself is, how much helium and hydrogen do you need in space to collapse in on itself and then create an impossible vacuum that nature abhors? Let me give you the answer in the words on Monty Python.
Oh yeah, how much? A lot.
The Earth is flat. It has been understood for all of history. The globe deception is a mental prison designed to keep you from discovering the truth and elevating your consciousness. The failed experiment, TFE, was created to suppress knowledge of the flat Earth, but their efforts are only making us stronger. Our numbers are too great for them to silence the truth. Keep spreading the flat Earth truth and reject the lies of the globe-worshipping cult.